Hello and welcome to the 2022 Jakarta E-Prix Drivers Press Conference. Joining us on stage we have Stoffel Vandoorne from Mercedes EQ Formula E team, Mitch Evans from Jaguar TCS Racing and Nick Cassidy from Envision Racing.
Halo, selamat siang. Selamat datang pada press conference untuk para pembalap pada Formula E 2022. Yang hadir di panggung saat ini adalah Bapak Stoffel Vandoorne dari Mercedes EQ Formula E, lalu Bapak Mitch Evans dari Jaguar TCS Racing, dan Bapak Nick Cassidy dari Envision Racing.
So question for all of you, starting with you, Stoff. It's our first race here in Jakarta. It's hot, it's humid, we all know it is. How does this affect you as drivers during the race?
Ini adalah balapan yang pertama yang kita lakukan di Jakarta. Ini adalah cuacanya sangat panas dan sangat lembab. Apakah ini akan mempengaruhi para pembalap dalam melaksanakan balapan kali ini?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a challenging race. It's going to be hot all day, and yeah, I think from a physical point of view, it makes it just a little bit harder basically, because it feels like there's no escaping from it during the day. But apart from that, it's mainly managing the car, to be honest. The tires, the battery. I think it's going to be quite challenging in the race conditions. But it's the same for everyone, and it's an unknown for everyone as well. It's a new circuit, so yeah, we'll see how we go.
Balapan ini akan sangat sulit. Kita tidak dapat mengatur cuaca yang panas ini, jadi tentunya tim akan juga berpengaruh akan memperhatikan keamanan pada ban mobil dan juga baterai.
Mitch?
Honestly, I haven't got much else to add. I think Stoff summed it up pretty well. I guess the main thing is, apart from the obvious with the climate, no one really knows what the track needs to be, with the car set up. It's in between a few tracks, but then obviously with the increase of the temp, we don't know what the surface needs. Maybe it rains, who knows? So a lot of unknowns. But yeah, I think it's just good to be here. It's nice. It's a big market. Obviously, everyone's excited. Big turnout. So apparently a sold-out crowd. So just it should be hopefully put on a good show for everyone.
Just to add to that for you, Nick, obviously you have lots of experience racing in Asia, in Japan. Does this give you any sort of experience with climates like this?
Yeah, I mean, everyone I think is used to hot weather or been in Asia before, but obviously it's great to be back in Asia racing. It's been a few years for me, and I think a lot of people to be over this side of the world. So pretty nice to be here, and yeah, to add on to your question, I think it's just a major focus on car performance, and I think as individuals and drivers, we're used to adapting to different conditions. We have hot races in Europe as well, but from a car point of view, that's obviously a big focus this weekend.
Untuk pertanyaan yang pertama, tidak ada yang tahu apa yang akan terjadi di lapangan dengan cuaca yang mungkin sangat panas atau mungkin akan ada hujan. Apapun yang terjadi di track kita tidak bisa memastikan. Lalu pastinya saya sangat senang berada di sini. Untuk pertanyaan yang kedua, pertama-tama pasti kita senang sekali berada di Asia. Dan pastinya kita walaupun sudah sering sini, tapi untuk kali ini kita akan melaksanakan balapan Formula E yang sangat prestisius ini. Yang paling penting yang perlu kita perhatikan adalah perhatian khusus pada performance mobil.
Mitch, perhaps you can answer this next one. How do you prepare for a completely new track? Talk us through the process.
Untuk pertanyaan pertama, bagaimana Anda mempersiapkan diri untuk balapan kali ini?
Yeah, it's sort of the standard procedure, I think, for each new circuit. We get limited information on each track, each new circuit. Obviously, sort of gets drip fed to us through track maps and then simulator models and stuff. So obviously, for us, the main thing is the sim, to try and know the circuit, and then you try and obviously dissect from there the climate, what the car may need, and just try and be just a little bit ahead of the game once we get on the track. Fortunately, here we have a shakedown today, so it just gives us a little bit of an insight on the track, what to expect, and then it just comes down to what the track needs. So then it's just basically the same as every other race, adapting to the conditions, adapting to any situation that comes our way. So yeah, nothing really unique for this circuit in terms of usual prep. just obviously it's been good training in the heat. You know, it's always important. So I think us three are in good shape, so we should be physically fine.
Untuk kali ini preparasi adalah sebagaimana biasanya saja, tapi kita juga mengetahui bahwa apa yang perlu diperhatikan oleh dalam cuaca seperti ini adalah performa mobil dan bagaimana caranya menyesuaikan pada kondisi track. Dan tentunya kita juga harus banyak latihan.
Stoffel, you've had a great start to the season. Your last few races showed a lot of consistency, something that's very hard to achieve in Formula E. What has helped that happen? What's worked with the team?
I don't know. To be fair, I mean it's just been a very good run, and you know, I'm feeling good with the car, good with the team. You know, I know what I want from the car as well in the key moments, and yeah, I think. You know, I don't feel like we've had a perfect weekend yet, but we've had weekends where we've managed to reduce the mistakes and kind of be up there all the time. And I think in a championship like this, where it's just about all the fine margins, that's kind of the key. So it's not always about about a victory or about winning. It's about scoring the points, and at some point the victory will come. So yeah. You know, I'm just happy to continue on the same run that I've had recently. But yeah, let's see. I mean, it's not as straightforward as it's been looking recently.
Saya merasa sangat nyaman dengan mobil yang saat ini dan tim yang saat ini. Ada memang minggu-minggu di mana kita harus fokus dalam meminimalisir kesalahan, dan itu adalah kunci sebenarnya, kunci dari mendapatkan poin-poin khususnya untuk memenangkan championship ini.
For you, Nick, how are you finding the season in general? The pace has definitely been there, but the points haven't always reflected that. What are you working on to change that with the team?
Yeah, it's actually my first press conference since I joined Formula E, so that says something about my season, right? It's been absolutely very tough, I would say, in terms of points and results, but honestly, personally, I feel very good with the car. I feel strong in a lot of moments, but yeah, as you say, it hasn't really been reflected. So I think as a group, we've had a lot of changes during the season as well. We've got a brand new engineering group, a brand new strategy group, and a brand new energy management group with us as well. So there's been moments where it hasn't really worked for me on my side of the garage, but I think ultimately it's very positive. I'm really happy with where I'm at, and I'm sure we can still do some good results this year, but in a way it's almost, we're now putting the groundwork in for next year and hoping to roll out strong in 2023.
Ini adalah press conference saya yang pertama, jadi saya tidak terlalu banyak pengalaman dalam press conference kali ini. Saya saat ini sangat merasa nyaman dengan keadaan mobil dan timnya. Walaupun memang banyak sekali yang memang masih harus diperbaiki dan ada banyak perubahan. Tapi salah satu hal yang saya yakini adalah kami akan bisa lebih banyak memberi performa yang lebih baik pada tahun-tahun berikutnya.
Final question before we open up to the floor to you, Mitch. Just shy of a podium place in Berlin, but since Rome, the car has been looking very strong. How are you approaching this race? Do you think that this track will suit the Jaguar TCS Cup?
It's very hard to say. Yeah, we're on a good run of form, and then Berlin was a little bit of a step back, just in terms of compared to the other races. I mean, Berlin's never been a track for us, so just one we had to swallow. But yeah, there's similar aspects to Berlin, I guess, in terms of like layout of the service, completely different. So we've operated well in these types of conditions in the past, and also not so well. So look, I've got a really good group behind me. They've done a lot of work to try and give me a good package for this weekend. But honestly, every weekend in Formula E, especially new venues, you just got no idea where you're going to stack up. So we've done the work. Hopefully, I can learn the track quick, and then we go from there.